Thanks everybody for coming. I'm Les Reed, the political correspondent on the Coventry Telegraph. We're here, as you all know, to discuss a topic that's probably most hotly contested in the pages of the Coventry Telegraph and elsewhere, has been the case for the last year. Passions sometimes run high, and let's hear some of that passion. That's always good fun, but we also want to have perhaps a scrutinised and evidence-based argument about the rationale from both sides as well. We've got two speakers here. Arguing in favour of high-speed rail is somebody who I'm sure needs no introduction. He's Bob Ainsworth, MP for Coventry North East. Was a minister in the Labour government for 14 years, is that right?
Well, 13 years, really. Got
13 years, sorry. And culminating in a high-profile year as Defence Secretary. Okay. Arguing against high-speed rail very strongly, another man who by now probably needs no introduction is Jerry Marshall, and he's chair of all the action groups across the country against high-speed rail. We're going to have a 10 or 15 minute presentation from each and then take questions from the floor. We're also going to take questions from a simultaneous live debate on our website, so we're going to take some questions from bloggers. And in true Ashes style, we held a toss. Jerry lost, so he's going to kick us off. Jerry.
Thank you very much, Liz, and thank you for coming. Three things before I start properly. First of all, just to say thank you to Bob Ainsworth for being willing to come here. And let me say, even if you disagree what he has to say, we really need politicians who are willing to say what they think. So I'm grateful for that. Secondly, to be absolutely transparent, I first discovered about HS2 on the 11th of March when I found that the line went through my house. And after a couple of hours of getting over the shock of that, I then decided that morally the right thing to do was not to oppose HS2 if it was in the national interest. So instead I buried myself in the detail of what's called the command paper to find out about it, and you will benefit from a bit of that in a moment. And the third thing to say, if you're not quite sure about HS2, here's a little summary of what it is. It's the high-speed train, 250 mile an hour is the spec speed, initially London to Birmingham with 4 stations, one at Euston Station, so it doesn't actually connect with HS1, the Channel Tunnel route. Then it goes out to Old Oak Common, which doesn't actually connect to Heathrow, though there will be a link in due course. Then it goes to a station at Packington, which doesn't connect with Birmingham International, though there will be a £160 million link eventually to the airport. And then it ends up in Curzon Street in Birmingham, so that doesn't connect with anything. However, it is billed to save you 30 minutes, although Richard Branson says that by the time we get to it, he'll be running services to London in an hour, so it'll actually save 11 minutes compared with the Virgin service if they still have the franchise, which is useful because that will give you the 11 minutes to go from Curzon Street to New Street to get your ongoing train.